What's up, YouTube world? It's Julio from Flo's Collections. Me and my brother are gonna start doing a YouTube channel based on Pokemon, shoes. What else are we gonna do? Funko Pops, different assortments of collectible items. So hopefully you guys stay tuned with us. We're gonna start off. It's gonna be a little bit rocky phase, but we'll get it through. Today we are celebrating Pokemon's 25th anniversary collection. Technically it dropped, what, 2 days ago? But, you know, late to the party, but still at the party. So, yeah, stay tuned with us. Alright, I'm going to go over my 4 favorite cards from the original Gen 1 series. This could go from base set, jungle, fossil, I guess technically, was it dark? No, Team Rocket?
Team Rocket. Trainers.
Trainers, yeah. So just anything as far as the original cards, promos as well. The first card in my series is Zapdos, base set. This card, I remember me and my cousin actually purchased it on the same day. Obviously he has his own, but 25 bucks at a little mom and pop shop. And I just remember me and him were so happy. We were real young at the time, but I remember just getting that card, the artwork, everything, the fact he does 100 damage. I just remember thinking I was a shit when I got this card, so that was one of like the cards that like would always like be close to me or dear to my heart. So Zapdos is first on my list. The next card I got is from the Fossil series, one of my just all-time favorite Pokemon. Whether it's video games, merchandise, obviously the trading card game. Also playing the trading card game is Fossil Set Gengar. This guy was always in my deck with Wigglytuff and all those guys. And man, I just remember playing against my cousins, different times, different nights, hours and hours, and just using this guy. It was pretty cool because he was kind of like mischievous to play with him. His Pokemon power allowed you to move damages across the battlefield from your opponent's side of the field to like knock out other players, and then his attack did 30, and you could pick and choose who to put an extra damage counter on with. So he was real strategical, and I always liked that from him. And just like his artwork's sick. He just looks like he's up to no good. So Gengar was always one of my favorite Pokemon. Next is another actually set of Pokemon. Technically it's a cop-out, it's not really a top 4, but they were just always like together as far as using them, and that was Electrabuzz and Hitmonchan.
Haymaker.
Any classic Pokemon battler from the original TCG knew these guys. Once you saw them, you knew it was gonna be a rough out because they were like boxers, and I love the sport of boxing. They were always just throwing quick jabs, keeping like your opponent at bay, and like they were very frustrating to also play against. But those guys would always be 2 of my favorite cards because of that reason. And last on the list is the first card I was ever purchased by my dad. It was at a flea market, but I'm 100% sure he's legit just based on my experience with original cards, and that was base set Venasaur. I remember me and my brother both got 2 of the 3 starters. I don't want to name them yet because he's going to do a part 2 of this video, but Venasaur, man, this card, he wasn't even my favorite Pokemon to pick in the starters, but he was just such a great card. Solar Beam, classic move, and yeah, it's just always going to be one of my favorite cards because of that reason, that he's the first card I was able to get. So, and that my dad purchased it because I remember this guy was pretty expensive back in the 90s. So cool. Alright, thank you guys for your time, and hope you guys subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos. We'll do Pokemon cards, Funko Pops, shoes, just a bunch of different things. Anything else you guys like, put it in the comments, and we'll see if we have to show you. Alright guys, peace.
Alright guys, thanks for joining us for part 2. My name's Juan, and I'll be taking over for the card reviews from this point on. I'm going to share 4 cards that are really special to me. And I just want to start by kind of going over how I originally got into Pokemon cards when I was a kid. Actually, I think it all started with a friend giving me a card. I think it must have been like a Machop, and I'm pretty sure it was a knockoff, but that's how I got into it. And so one of the first cards I like to share is the E3's Pikachu. It's a Pikachu from the base set, And this card I got in a magazine. I actually used to subscribe to Nintendo Power magazine, and inside an envelope in one of the issues they had a E3 Pikachu. I believe E3 was from that gaming convention that they used to have, and it was basically a promotion for that one. So it's base set Pikachu, but has this cool golden E3 in the corner of the graphics art. That one down right there. Next card, this is a card I believe I got in a trade. So I have first edition Scyther from the jungle set. This one's a little beat up. You can see that the corner's a little frayed. I was able to get this one from a trade, and I ended up trading it to a cousin of mine and regretted it. And then finally I remember he needed a card and I was able to trade back for it. So Scyther came back to me. He's kind of like my Butterfree. Alright, next card, personal favorite Pokemon, base set Charizard. This is the coolest card back in the day, hardest to come from. In the corner, they actually show like the rarity, and this guy's 4 out of 102, which actually I think wasn't the rarest. I'm pretty sure Alakazam might have been rare, but this was the most valuable card. I actually bought one of these as a kid. I spent $50 for it. It was actually a damaged card, had scratches on it, called it Scarred Charizard, but it holds a pretty dear place in my heart. But this is a mint condition one right here. No damage. If I were to spend a lot of money to get graded, probably grade pretty well. A couple cool things about this card. It's one of the first cards that have over 120 hit points, or to have 120 hit points, have over 100 hit points. It could actually do 100 damage, and its Pokemon power called Energy Burn allows you to turn any energy card attached to it as a fire energy. So you could throw this in a deck with other type energy cards and use them all as if they were fire cards. Holds a special place in my heart. And then one of my personal favorite cards, you got the base set Blastoids. This card was a beast when it came to battle. He had a pretty broken Pokemon power. His Pokemon power was called Rain Dance, and it allowed you to attach a water energy card from your hand to any of your water Pokemon. So you could play this guy. You can start off with a Squirtle, use Pokemon Breeder, evolve it straight into Blastoise, skip in his War Turtle stage, and then load it up. You can go from having no energy cards to maxing it out with 6 energy cards to do a total of 60 damages. This guy won a bunch of games for me, and it holds a very special place in my heart. So thank you for joining us today, and I hope you return. Please subscribe and comment if you like.